Hello my friends, and get some booms, and welcome to the episode 24 of the Road to Glory. It's time to get something happen here. We do have 298 games played, 227 wins, 76% in win percentage, and it's time to bag a couple of more wins. Maybe we can get ourselves up to 3,000 soon enough. So we're going to open the chest here to begin with. I get some coins, sand lizard, big topper. Oh, we are almost having the sniper to level 7. Soon, hopefully. Get to open the next chest. We do get Saturn cards, quarterback cards, a big topper card, and 2 Houdini cards. We're going to open the last silver one here. Machete, Desert Storm, get Big Dog, and we also get a Sahara. We're going to wait with the gold one, actually. Take that when we have filled the other 3 chest slots. So, okay, we're going to play with this bag, and as you can see, this is a recorded version, but I do play completely live. And reason we're doing so is we haven't been having time to stream the Road to Glory or anything, and of course we're going to stream, but the deal with Road to Glory is that every type of content is going to be at least recorded, so there will be no questions when I eventually max this account out. So my friends, if you do have any questions about Turn 9 or something else, please pick up in the comment section below and I'll be happy to help you out there. So we're going to start off Leocito, and we're going to play this hole here, Glen Monarch, I believe it is, or Glen Monarch, I don't know how to pronounce it. We take it, we take it. So we're going to play with Marlin's Navigators Quasar. It's going to be our general ball. We're not going to play with Kingmakers or Titans. We need to get our Cataclysm going, as that will be our shootout club. And the thing that I mean with get that going is that we have been very inconsistent with it, like being sometimes we can ace with it, sometimes we can be miles away in shootout. So, and of course the shootouts is the one that's going to decide in the end what is going to be happening. 11.5 in wind, it's 10 rings. It's 5 rings with our Apocalypse level 2. So we're just going to, there were 5, and we're going to just go 12 approximately, as we're going to want to curl. Did hit a great though, should be coming in kind of okay with the wind that we do get. We want to stay away from the bunker. No, we will not. So a little bit unlucky with that little roll there in the end. Because this is absolutely a good position where we will be having otherwise like straight wind. If our opponent hits his ball perfect, then we're going to probably have a hard time winning the first game. But like, I do believe like zooming this one in should be a little bit better. It's like having straight wind is definitely a very, very good opportunity to get this one to drop. Going to see if this one will, it's going to be too long. A little bit unfortunate for our opponent. Need to zoom that in, of course, to be able to make that better. So all the recordings when it comes to the Road to Glory will be somewhere in between 30 to 45 minutes. And the reason because of that is, of course, that we do want to have a couple of episodes to be able to not be able to having to watch like 2 hours content, and it's definitely is going to be enough to we're not having that much of distance here. That is getting it so close from the bunker there. But yeah, you know, we didn't see it drop. Like when going into the bunker, of course, it's going to be very very tough to drop it there, especially with a Spitfire level 3. The clubs we're playing with, as you can see in the beginning, Apocalypse level 2, Cataclysm level 1, Goliath level 5, Thorn level 4, Endring level 2, and Nirvana level 3, and Spitfire level 3. So if you do have any questions about that, make a comment and I will be happy to answer you there. So there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna go to Shootout here for the first game. And this is going to be a general, a tricky one. Now we're going to have tailwind, and now we need to have that in mind. So I'm actually going to probably, I'm not going to go with topspin. This is going to be too long. As tailwind coming in there, sure, having some room there with distance, but this is either it's going to cut the rough or it's going to be over the pin, like kind of under. Like, I don't understand this shot. Yeah, okay, so we are going to play this one from maximum distance here with our Cataclysm. And 7.6, we are actually going to give ourselves some room. We're not going to go with any type of topspin or backspin, as we're going to be coming in kind of hot. 7.6 is going to be like a little bit more than 3 rings, so we're going to go with almost like 4 rings. Going to get it balanced here, and then want to see the distance with it. Like, we went very far the last time, and this will kind of cut it, and that was good to know actually. So we bag our first win with a good play in the shootout. Like in the latest episode, we played with 1 bar of topspin, and we went way far and almost lost because of that. So good start, good game to our opponent. See if he or she wants to play again. So would be awesome to give us get ourselves up to now. We bagged over 40 million coins, which is good, and hopefully we'll be able to get some more wins so we can get up to that 3,000 mark. So Milano, and we're going to have tailwind. We are actually going to go with a Quasar here now to give ourselves some more tailwind. We're going to go max side and max top. The reason we go max side is that we do want our ball to go left. So, okay, important shot here to get over. Important. So we're going to go with it. It's like 3 rings, and 3 rings approximately like there. So we're going to go with slight overpower, some curl. See if we can stay on the fairway. No! So that was close though. That was close. So we want to have an opportunity from kind of good distance there, and So I would love to get a shot there from kind of an easier distance than that we did now. So our opponent's going to go with an X mile of 7, and of course going to try to go over there. It's the only way to go in my opinion. Of course, if you do have a quarterback or something like that, but most of the times you do not have that on tour 9. You do have some kind of an upgraded driver, then you do want to go over there to give yourself an easier shot for the pin. I'm going to hit the rough and roll out, I believe. Yeah, yep. So better than the opportunity that we will get, but still we're going to go with our Nirvana, see what we can make happen here. I'm going to use the fringe, kind of short distance here. Yeah, now I did hit it great though. I don't know if we will be bagging that one even even if we would be hitting that one perfect. But we can just hope that our opponent will not sink it, so we can go to shootout. And 12.4 crosswind is very tough. Then just to lift our hat off for... Oh, wow. That's fluff. So, it's going to be a thorn in max distance. Max distance going to be approximately somewhere between 7.5, 8 rings. Still going to be very tough to drop from this position. So, but in the end, like, this is a good opportunity in general when it comes to this this part 4, and many players do drop shot from this. Oh, that is so close! Of course, the grade on the right side did save our opponent a little bit there, but in the end, like, that was a nice shot. So that was very unlucky. So we take it shootout at least, and we'll have to be happy with that after that rough, after being in the rough. So, okay, we take it shootout. And for you that haven't been watching Road to Glory is a project while starting a new account and taking it up to maximum trophies in as little games as possible. And of course, it's going to be a tough one, that's for sure. But in the end, it's definitely possible to do within a little amount of games. But in the end, like, we're up on tour 9. Tour 9 has been the toughest tour for us yet, and it's definitely going to be okay. Adjusting in between clubs is going to be interesting. Go with curl. Is it perfect? It's going to be left. Good there, hitting the fringe. That's a very good shot from our opponent. It's going to be very tough to beat this. A little bit lucky though to getting the fringe there, otherwise it would have been rolling a little bit more. But we'll see what we can do here now. So yeah, unlucky for us actually. We play a really good shot, and yeah. So, but we'll lose that one to our opponent here. So a little bit unlucky, but we take it. You know, we take it. See if our opponent will would like to play again. Always try to rematch at least once. If I lose against an opponent twice, then I'm going to change. So back like 1 win, 1 loss, but in the end on that shootout, being within 2 yards is really good, really putting the pressure on us. We need to be a little bit lucky with bounce. We got to roll up to the fringe as well, so we can't say anything about that whatsoever. But in the end, like, So our opponent's going to try to go over here, and if he, like, sure, if water, going to be interesting though. So 12.6, hard to manage, especially if we're going to slice, because curl is not going to be enough. So it's going to be interesting here. Curl is definitely not going to be enough. So this one will be into the water though. a little bit unlucky. I understand the reason why trying, but now we basically going to just save the ball that we do have, and we're going to play ourselves up short. So 15 in win, the ball will carry a lot here, but we just want it to stay here close to the top and give ourselves the room to reach for the green. Even though we're going to have a long iron for the pin most likely, still want to go with a basic ball. It maybe looks ridiculous that we do so, but in the end, you know, we want to save as many balls as possible, and we are needed to do so in this particular situation, because sure, if our opponent will drop it from distance, well, then we can just applaud our opponent in the way he or she was playing. But in the end, we need to take the opportunity to save the ball. And sure, now we're going to have a massive headwind for us, so we will have to be very conservative in the way that we're playing now, because we are not going to be able to reach with our short iron, and we are not going to be having the backspin with a long iron. So most likely going to take a very conservative route on the left and see if we have a little bit longer putt, or maybe so as you can see here, I'm going to be doing so. I'm actually going to go out here. 14.5 is going to be like a minimum distance, going to be like 4 rings with the Goliath. So we end up here, and I take that one all day and every day. So I didn't want to risk anything. Again, we are out to bag the win. We have a basic ball with 50 miles per hour in headwind, and now our opponent needs to sink this if we do miss our wedge. But of course, if we miss our wedge, then we need to just blame ourselves in that way. We can't do anything more than that. So definitely going to go for it. This is going to be a very, very tough shot. Oh wow, that's unfortunate actually. Running out of time. It would be nice to see how it would end up. So we're going to end up and aim there on the side of the cup. So we're bagging the win. So we take that, guys. Very conservative play, but in the end we didn't spend any of the balls that we did have, which was good. Let's see if our opponent wants to rematch. Like, our opponent did offer us a rematch after we lost, and we need to offer one back, of course. So there we go. Next game against our opponent here, a par 5. I'm going first. See which type of wind we're going to have. Basically having the same type of wind that we had the last time, you know. And last time we played this one in the latest episode. 2 going to be enough. With 2 we're going to, like, okay, 7. I'm going to add 2.5. As we are going to Sits just there by the rough. Good shot though. Could have gone with a little bit more curl if we would be picky. But we take it. Absolutely, we take it. So our opponent here is going to have a little bit easier time though. With the extra mile, level 7. But in the end, like, we do have more curl on our Apocalypse, so I don't know why I said so, because I can... I'm going to take that back. So, I'm going to see here now, and, like, again, we did lose one game, we have won 2. But I would really love to have a win streak going, like having a 5-10 wins in a row, lose 1, etc, etc. And of course we only get that if we grind a lot. It's a great on the right side. This is going to be probably good though. Hit the rough maybe. Yeah, but still getting out there. I don't remember the wood club that our opponent is having. Actually, I don't remember. See if we can reach over. Oh wow, 12 in wind. Okay. Now we're going to try, if we max overpower, most like it's like going to get a different bounce. See if we can, it's like we do want to reach over. We're still going to go with max overpower, like 12 in wind is going to be hard for us. Like we don't have to go with that much side to the right. We just want to get over there so we can get a roll. So the sniper there will not be able to reach, but it could maybe be bounced on the right side over and still be better than our shot. So 13 in wind is going to be tough. As you can see, like max overpower did hit it slightly great on the right side, but have that wind in our face. The ball is not going to be reaching far. So even not with max overpower, it's going to be interesting to see how, even though it's uphill, absolutely perfect shot from that distance actually, to be honest. Well done, well done. It really looks like this opponent that we're playing against definitely has a plan with the shots that he's doing, he or she is doing. 12 in wind. Okay, 12 in wind, 12 in wind, 12 in wind. And then a little bit for the bounce. So we're going to go with 6. So we get that last roll there coming in a little bit hot. We went with 6 ring, could have gone with a little bit less. Could have gone with a little bit less. So see if our opponent can manage to make this one in. Thorn level 7, max backspin I believe. Still going to be a very tough time with the wind to get it to bounce and roll back. Going to be a very close line there. We'll see. We're playing against a good player, so, but definitely going with a very short line there. Like max distance 12.4, it should be around like 5.5 rings. Yeah, going with 5.5 rings, and see here now if oh, that's unlucky, but still on fairway. We'll have no problem shipping that one in. We'll have no problem shipping that one in, that's for sure. So we're going to ship R in with 6.2 here. I'm going to take the birdie. Too bad actually that we didn't reach over the rough there to give ourselves at least a better opportunity. And that is what counts a little bit. Like, we have had some opportunities to give ourselves at least a little bit better. Oh. Wow, that was actually new. Because that disconnect didn't show until there were 25 seconds left. It usually shows from 50 and counts down. Okay. That was weird, though. I hope that is a change that has been happening. I'm going to... yeah. Interesting. Yeah, we take that win, though. Free win. Thanks for that. Good games on... good games between the opponent, actually. Really liked the way our opponent took time and like focused on the way of playing and stuff like that, you know. So we're going to go and play the next one, another par 5. The par 5s is not the ones that we want to play. We do want to play the par 4s because then that gives us a little bit more room when it comes to reach, with this, like giving us some distance, combine some what can I say, distance combined with the opportunity and the option to make it drop. And now this drive is basically just to put ourselves on fairway. Shouldn't be a problem. So even though we reach this, like on this distance, we're not going to have a problem whatsoever to... like this hole, the reason why this hole is kind of boring is it's because it's you know, it's a birdie hole. It's a par 5, but it's a birdie hole, so it's we're going with max topspin, taking the topspin instead of having like the overpower. Of course, we do want to have to be as close to rough as possible, even though it doesn't really matter. We'll see if we're using a little bit too much topspin though. No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. So my friends, it's about now when I'm recording this Road to Glory, there is a new tournament coming up, Desert Open tournament that is going to play with 9 holes of the Oasis. And then you maybe think there is only 4 holes of the Oasis. Yes, we're going to get new holes, 5 new holes, and there will be of course a guide out for the upcoming tournament as well. So check out the channel and we will go from that. 13 wind, see if we can have some fun with this wind. Our opponent is going to go in the rough though, just barely. We're going to go for a slice, I believe. We'll see how far we can reach from this particular distance. 13. Yeah, we're going to try and see if we can, like... okay. Oh my god, I need to practice more on the slices and stuff. I just winged it that way. So and yeah, we didn't do any good there. Sure, we could have had the reason I wanted to go with a slice there is to give ourselves a little bit more distance there, but we need to hit it just perfect to be able to manage to like gain when it comes to distance for it, you know. So, and also my friends, check out the new group, Golf Clash United, that has been started, just to have some fun, share some knowledge, stay away from the drama and stuff like that. So check it out on Facebook. We are going to have, that one is basically max, going to go with 2. .1 in wind with the Nirvana. Going to give this one 3 rings, a little bit less than 3 rings actually. So 9.6 is 3 rings. I'm going to come in hot. Yeah, hot, 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 hot. So we should have gone with 3 rings, 3.5 maybe, actually. So, but in the end, we take it. We're going to go to Shootout and hopefully can bag the next win. We had 3 wins and 1 loss so far. And as I said in the beginning, the recording will be approximately like 30 to 45 minutes. So we hit the ball perfect, and then we're going to go through to the shootout, and then we're going to see how we're going to do. So see, oh, we're going to get this one from the Oasis as well. So now it's important, of course, we remember from when we played it the last time, we played it well, and we're actually going to go with a little bit more backspin here, as we're going to go with max curl, and kind of over adjusted a little bit. So good that we had the quasar though. So it's perfect. Our opponents is basically killing this shootout. Very well done from our opponent here as well. And 252, it's definitely not easy to beat. So 8.9, I'm going to go with 2. May not going to go with max curl, or we're going to 8.9. Going to give us some room there. It's like going to go with 4 rings, like max side. Sure, this is max. We're just going to drag it in a little bit. So not going with max curl. Now, still not going to be able to win that one. Too bad. Too bad. So again, like we played it well, but used a little bit too much curl, or like needed to have a little bit more. Okay, he didn't want to play again. So yeah, we'll take that though, and we'll go and play the next one. A little bit unfortunate though. Kind of played that shootout twice, played it kind of well, but our opponent played it better. So need to go with maybe a little bit more backspin here, so we do not get that speed down. But like being within 3 yards, I know I'm going to win more than I lose in that shootout. It's just like we can just applaud our opponent in that way after making that shot. So there we go. Next shot here. Sorry, next hole here. So now we're just going to play ourselves forward. We are going to go with a quasar again. Actually, sure, we can take a navigator. No, we're going to take a navigator actually. We do not need to have, no we don't. 12, we're just going to, we're going to have to leave ourselves here, so we have like a straight line towards up there, like 11.2 in our face. We do not use any top spin or whatsoever. We're going to just let the ball roll here. We take that, even though we could have been a little bit closer, but we take it. So our opponent here is going to play over here. It's like he's going with the Patriot Ball. Patriot Ball doesn't have that much side spin, but has the wind resistance and the distance as a Kingmaker. Okay, I didn't see where. Okay, works perfectly. I didn't understand the curl actually. I didn't see that from the beginning. So, okay, our turn. I'm going to give ourselves a little bit room with side spin here. It's like will have a need to overpower this one. Should be enough. Hopefully we're not having this crazy headwind in our face, but this is a hole that is going to be tough, and as it seems like we're playing like, I don't know, but it feels like we're playing many of the times we're playing a lot of par 5s when it comes to our Road to Glory account, and that is going to be tough because we do not have the distance in that way, but still we're going to manage to take it to shootouts at least. Then we need to do our job, and that is to win the shootout. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. So well done to our opponent. Make it stay. It's a tough green to get up to. Hopefully we can be able to make it there without having to overpower, which we will. And we do need to have the backspin here. And we do want actually to hit the fringe though. We do not want to come in hot. Then it's going to be tough for us. 4.9, we're going to adjust it as we would be. Max distance is going to be a little bit more than 2 rings, yes, slightly more. Hit it perfect though. Came in too much to the right actually. Felt like the ball guy line did fool us a little bit there, but good shot. We take the birdie and we are going to shoot out, and hopefully can manage to make a better shootout than our opponent this time. So, yeah, good luck, buddy. Been a nice player actually. Very polite player. It's always nice to play those players. So okay, we're going to play this one. I'm going first, like 10.8. Now I'm actually going to. We had straight tailwind the last time. I'm going to add just a little bit of back. Good shot. I'm happy with that. If our opponent beats us after that shot, then it's just well done. So I take that one, definitely. 1.28. Did adjust it for being in maximum distance. And we could have adjusted it a little bit more, but hard like being from that position. So went with approximately 5 rings almost, and now our opponent's doing like, I don't get the why not change the screen around. See that the arrow gets straight up. I'm going to add a little bit of topspin, and the topspin could be the thing that makes us getting the win, because the topspin will give the ball another push. So just reaching over to the green is going to, now this one's going to go left. Okay, yeah, okay, we take that one. It's a good game. Was a nice player to play against. And now we're going to go and see if the player wants to rematch. Oh, yeah, I want to rematch. That's awesome. So we're going to play the last game here of this episode 24 of the Road to Glory. Hopefully we can bag a new win here, so at least gain 75 trophies on this episode. We still have some losses here, but this time 2 losses at the moment at least. That has been a bit tough for us. And tough in the way, I mean that we actually played those shootouts really well, but our opponent just played better. So see if we can sit there. No, we won't. We roll into the rough. Should have a counter that with a little bit less side spin or like to the right. Our opponent's having the Guardian, which means that he's not having the top spin to be able to reach for the green in 2. So should be kind of safe in that way. Should be kind of safe. So, but yeah, in the end, like when we're playing like 5-6 games, it's not good that we gain 50 trophies out of time. You need to at least, like, we'll play 5 games, it's 125 trophies, then we need to at least have 75 or 100 trophies of those. Otherwise, I do believe it's a session that was not a good one for us. So, need to step it up just a little bit more. Yeah, now the problem here, of course, is that no matter what we're going to do, we're not going to be able to reach max overpower it. We take it just as far up as we can. We're still going to have a tough time. We do have a Goliath that we do not have that enough backspin. So, yeah, you know, I think that our opponent with the maxed Guardian is going to have an easier task to get to the green after this shot. So the opponent that we're playing against does have good clubs, like Nirvana maxed out, like, okay, 7,000 games, not playing that many tournaments though. So 6,000 games, do have Nirvana, do have the Guardian maxed out, good clubs, good clubs. So, as you will be able to see now, like, here's the thing, like, okay. We're going to use ourselves with the Guardian here. Sorry, with the Thorn, of course. 8.7. I'm going to curl it a little bit. 4 rings, a little bit of curl. Good try though. Maybe should have taken away a little bit of curl, but in the end, it's a hard approach there without having a clear shot for the pin. Then we need to go a lot by feel in that position. So see our opponent here having the Thorn maxed out, and of course the Thorn is going to reach, which max backspin here definitely going to give some room for our opponent. Yeah, so we're going to take it shootout. See which shootout we're going to play here in the end. So we're going to play this one again, and now we're going to play this one actually with the same amount of backspin that we had the last time. I had like some tailwind, so 6.4. 6.4 is going to be like, we're going to go with 3 rings, actually kind of over adjust it just a little bit. Over adjust it just a little bit, see if we can be close to the rough. We have 3 bars backspin, that's the thing that we want. And went to make a good shootout. Went a little bit too far the last time. Having 3 bars backspin with tailwind was not enough. Then we need to have like 3.5, 4 bars of backspin. Now it's enough because we do have a little bit of headwind as well. So okay, see, and hopefully we can manage to make a win here in the end as well. Then we end up with score sheet like 4 wins, 2 losses after 6 games. And yeah, that's what would that be? 75% wins, which is decent, absolutely. But like, yeah, we'll see here if we will win this one. It's going to be okay. Yeah, we will. Hard approach from our opponent. Hard approach. So, my friends, thanks a lot for watching this episode number 24 with For the Road to Glory. Please make any type of questions and comment in the comment section below, and I will be happy to answer you there. Otherwise, wish you the best of luck.